Hello my dear students, welcome to your science class. In our previous class, we have discussed some of the topics of chapter 13, the sun, moon and stars from unit 6, natural phenomena. Let us recall the topics that we discussed in our previous online class. We discussed about the sun, the solar system, the moon, phases of the moon, and today we will discuss the remaining topics of this chapter, which are about stars, and after that we will discuss some of the question answers of this chapter. So let's start with the topic, the stars. On a clear night, we can see many stars in the sky, right? For us, they are so tiny. Yes, but actually, stars are huge balls of fire. We see them tiny as because they are far away, very far away from us. Stars have their own light, as like the sun, right? The sun, it has its own light. That's why it is also a star. The sun appears big because it is the closest star to the earth. Stars are very far away, so they look tiny. The sun is a star, right? But it is much bigger than the other stars, right? Why? Because the sun is the closest star, okay, to the earth. So we see it bigger, but other stars, they are very far away from the earth. That's why we see, okay, very small stars. They look so tiny. Some people enjoy watching the moon and stars in the night sky using telescope. Okay, what is telescope? It is an instrument used to see far off objects like the stars, moon and planets. And do you know, some stars form patterns or shapes in the sky. These patterns of stars are called constellations. The Great Bear and Orion are two constellations which you can easily see in the clear night sky. Okay, now let us see the picture of a telescope. Okay, a telescope looks like this. Yes, here is some lens, okay, and from here, from this point, okay, you can see the view. Okay, it is used for what purpose? Telescope is used to see far off objects. Yes, now here the Great Bear constellation. Yes, see, these are the stars, right? When we connect them, we can see that it looks like a bear. Okay, that's why it is called the Great Bear. Now the next one is the Orion constellation. Okay, it looks like this one. Okay, actually these lines are not here. Okay, in the clear night sky we can see only the stars. Yes, but when we try to connect them, we will find this kind of shape. Okay, now let us know more about astronomers. Okay, people who study the sun, the moon, the planets and the stars, they are called astronomers. Okay, try to remember this term, astronomer. And with that, the explanation of the chapter, it is over. Now let us memorize some terms related to this chapter. Sun. The sun is a big ball of fire that gives us heat and light. Orbits. Fixed paths in which planets go around the sun are called orbits. Planet. A round object that moves around the sun in its own orbit is called a planet. Satellite. An object that goes around a planet is called a satellite. They may be natural or are man-made. Stars. Huge balls of fire that are seen in the night sky are called stars. Constellation. A group of stars forming a pattern is called a constellation. And the last one, telescope, which is an instrument used to see far off objects like the stars and moons. Now, let us revise the chapter point-wise. The Sun, 8 planets and their moons together form our solar system. The Moon is the natural satellite of the Earth. The different shapes of the Moon that we see are called phases of the Moon. Stars are far away, so they look tiny. The Great Bear and Orion constellations can be easily seen in the sky. Yes? So with this explanation of this chapter, it is over. Let us now discuss some of the question answers of this chapter. Starting with page number B45. Let's recall. The answer of this question, you have to write in your book using your pencil. The question is, fill in the blanks with the correct words. Words are given: planets, A, Sun, Earth, Moon. First one, we see the dash shining in the sky during day. We see the sun shining in the sky during day. Number 2, the Earth is the third planet of our solar system. Number 3, there are 8 planets in the solar system. Number 4, the moon does not have its own light. Number 5, all planets go around the sun. Yes? Next, moving to the exercise part of this chapter, given in page number B47. Starting with question A, tick the correct answer. Number 1. Our solar system consists of 8 planets, that is option A is correct. Number 2, the only planet which supports life is Earth. It is given in option C. Next, number 3, which of the following has light of its own? A star, okay, which is given in option C. Number 4, huge holes found on the surface of the moon are called craters, and it is given in the last option D. Number 5, the Great Bear is a constellation, which is given in option C. I am repeating again, 1A is correct, 2C, 3C, 4D and 5C. These are the correct options of question A from exercise part of this chapter. Next, moving to question B, write T for true and F for false statements. Number 1, the sun is the furthest from the Earth. It is false, so write F. Number 2, a telescope is used to see nearby objects. False. Number 3, the moon is the Earth's closest neighbor. True. 4, the sun is a big ball of fire. True. Number 5, we see the sun shining in the sky during day. True. First statement false, second false, third true, fourth true and fifth false. Next, moving to question C, name the following. Number 1, things you see in the clear night sky. Answers will be moon and stars. Number 2, number of planets present in our solar system, 8. Next, question C3, natural satellite of the Earth, it is moon. And number 4, number of days the moon takes to go around the Earth, it will be 28 days. Okay, and with this we are going to conclude today's class. But before that, let us recall what we discussed today. Today we discussed about stars, and with that this explanation part we have done of this. Next, we discussed the answer of the question given in let's recall page number B45. After that, we started discussing the answers of the question given in the exercise part of this chapter. They will discuss question A, tick the correct answer. Next, question B, write T for true and F for false statements. And also question C, name the following. In our next class, we will discuss the answers of question D, answer the following questions, and we will also discuss the questions given in let's do part of this chapter. So that's all for today. Thank you everyone.